Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. Looking at Wednesday, April 28th. Yeah, so yesterday we had that big run on GameStop. We'll go over GameStop, go over a couple other plays. I did some crypto trading today. We got into Clover, GLSI, and we're going to talk about options. Everyday options. So yesterday's GameStop rally, or I guess was that 2 days ago now? No, that was yesterday. Yeah, it just seemed so natural and was really strange. No, that was 2 days ago. Yeah, yesterday had that. Okay, I'm all turned around. Yeah, this was yesterday. Okay. Anyways, we kind of hit this top here, and if you look at the, wow, we actually literally hit like right at it. That's insane. Wow, I mean this resistance line is definitely it's holding. So this resistance line goes all the way back to January. Just pull that out a little bit. Yep. Look at that. Boom, boom. And down here on the daily chart, it is respecting it, which is interesting. This one right here. Yeah. So we hit that, and this thing can squeeze a little tighter, as you can see. My bottom line, I don't know exactly. People put it all different places. So I've got a few of them. It's hard for me to judge if I go from here. You've got kind of the short-term one from right here. Could go from here, could go from down here. But we've got a few. There's still a little bit of a gap to fill in here. It's Wednesday. We've got 2 days. The stress test. Shout out to YouTube comments. I can't remember his name, but he was saying it happens. It's going to happen twice this week. I didn't see anything that said that, but he said that, and so maybe he's right. I'm not sure. And he was wondering if that was the reason for the price action this day, like they were being kind of viewed, or they had kind of a magnifying glass on them during the stress test. I don't know exactly what happens with a stress test, you know, because I'm just, you know, kid trading stock market. Why would I know about stress tests? Anyways, this could have been from a stress test. I'm not sure why it was such a natural price action that day, but if we are going to see it again, another stress test this week, then if it happens and it's similar to this, then we know, yeah, it was from that stress test, and they are having to just kind of let the stock do what it does and not do some manipulation on it. So I guess potentially we could have another rally like this week if there's another one. However, just according to the technical analysis, this big of a move up would break us out of this zone, and that's good. Not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm wondering if, according to the wedge we got going on here, it might be not till next week that we break out. It might be able to consolidate a little tighter. It could break out earlier, but today didn't seem to support that thesis, because we're kind of in a downward trend now. We've got lower highs. Our MACD on the hourly, at least, it's just crossed over to the bearish side. Our RSI is even actually a little high still, and we kind of bounced off that resistance and are holding below it. So I expect, if there's a stress test tomorrow and that's what was happening this day that caused it to run, then yeah, I expect us to have a similar rally like we did this day. If this was not caused from a stress test, then I expect us to probably be bearish tomorrow. Yeah, just according to the charts. But I'm also ready for this week to start going crazy, and seems like it's getting pushed a little bit further to next week. And then we talk about the fail to deliver. I talked about that in the last video, the 21 days. It's on there on his DD. It was between 19 and 21 days, and I think the 26th was like 19 days maybe. It's not going to be exact, but this was the 26th, and so maybe that was the whole run we're going to get. I was looking back at the other days that was the 26th, and a lot of them were bigger than that. So I was hoping that wasn't the whole thing, but maybe that was the entire run that we're going to get from the failed to delivers that they're you know, covering, so they don't get, I guess, don't get margin called. I can't remember the failed delivers. Too much stuff, man. But anyways, on the charts, I'm wondering if it wasn't as much of a run just because they had to keep it from breaking out and did whatever they needed to do, short ETFs, I don't know. Because if it had a rally like it did here on a failed to deliver day, it would have broken out and this thing probably would have gotten out of control. And if you look at the older DD, they're all kind of setting things up to get it lined up for them to be ready for this squeeze pretty much. Because they all know it's coming and they want to be positioned properly to mitigate the fallout, basically, so the least amount of damage is done to the least amount of people. You could think about it wholesome like that, or you could think about it not wholesomely, like we want to make sure we make the most money on this and crush the most hedge funds we can if you're on a long hedge fund or institution. I don't know which it is, doesn't really matter, but it seems like it's being manipulated and kind of just held in a position. And sometimes when it has natural price action or it starts to get lose control, it gets shut back down. And that's where it's the most blatant to me, that stock is being tightly controlled. When you have days like new volume, no news catalyst, tons of price action, and then it's like something's happening and then it just loses volume and it's just red. Maybe they're trading on the dark pools. Well, we know they are. Maybe that's just, you know, whatever it is. So yeah, this week could be Friday. Friday could be a runner. We could turn into a gamma squeeze. I wouldn't doubt that. Even maybe like halfway tomorrow, Thursday, 1 o'clock or so, we could start to rip up. Or maybe we'll have a smooth run up because it's a stress test day, and maybe, and then that would confirm that was why we rallied on the 26th. So could be any number of those. I'm still excited for multiple reasons, especially today. So just looking at the charts, if this was any stock, not a normal GME stock that I look at totally different than other stocks, on the charts and the patterns, I would go long on this now just because of this. Not just this, but MACD crossed over today on the daily chart. We've got green on here on the MACD. Our RSI is good. Got a nice green candle over our 9 moving average. Our 9 moving average is over 180-day moving average. Not looking at supports or resistance or anything like that. Just looking at this spot right here, it's bullish. So, not to say it's going to break out and go crazy, but it looks bullish. But then you start bringing in resistance and support lines, and then today, how flat it was. So yeah, short term might be kind of flat still, and then maybe second half of Thursday breakout, or maybe Friday. I don't know if this will stretch to next week before we start to see major price action, but I could be wrong. On our Etrade today, I don't even know what I did. I wasn't on the market that as much today, actually. So I've got these debit spreads for, I guess, Friday. These are probably, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna scale into these if it starts to seem like it might happen. These I used option profit calculator to figure out the best one. I thought if GME closes at 200, expiring tomorrow, this was the most leverage with my money, basically, at the time when I bought it. So max profit 609, you're capping your gains. Max loss is 141. That's what it costs to enter this trade. There's a probability, which doesn't really matter a whole lot. Basically, GME has to close above 197 to get max profit, but you're profiting all up here. This is on expiration. So, and if it's higher than that before then, you know, it'll be, you can close it out earlier. With debit spreads, though, you kind of want the time. So, actually, I noticed that today. If you guys didn't watch the options profit calculator video, you should. I noticed if I put in, so I didn't mess with the other dates for the options, but if you actually put in a specific date, then it starts to move things around differently. And this was very interesting. I'm still not quite sure why it does, but it was recommending put credit spreads instead of debit spreads if my date was sooner than the option expiration. So I guess because if you hit that price earlier and it then would have potential to go down, maybe the selling the premium you could close out and it'd be more valuable than if you bought the premium. I don't know. I don't really know the theory behind it, but I thought that was kind of interesting. And we also have a put credit spread on here. What? This thing's up. Oh yeah, I guess today did kind of, see, this is what's awesome about selling premium. Look at this. If I bought a call today, it probably would have lost 50% of its value. just because this wasn't price action that would give you, you know, I mean, I guess if you bought one at the money and it was at the perfect bottom tick, then maybe you would have made a little bit. But the calls I'm looking for, I want big returns. I'm not trying to make, I guess. I've not done it that way. It seems more risky to me too, because those calls are like $1,000 and has an expiration of 2 days from now. That's probably the way to do it, honestly. Who knows about options? But anyways, yeah, just even though we traded flat today, 0.5% up, we had a big dip here in this, and that will kill premium. This will kill premium on this call side coming down. This will kill premium on the put side coming up, and just screws you. So when you sell the premium, it's great. All you have to do is stay above a certain price, and we're at 178, and this put credit, it's kind of a big spread, so that's probably part of it. This put credit spread, though, it says it's up 41%. It's probably not. It might be up about that much. 70. Yeah, that's probably right. So, I kind of want to scale into that more. We've got this naked call for next week, 4:30. Oh yeah, and I still have these 6 500 calls for tomorrow. That's just kind of, I guess, a YOLO at this point. If it starts to go crazy, there's no reason to close it. It was dropping 10% every couple minutes the other day, and I'm like, okay. So that's the cost I pay. So got my SPY. I'm surprised SPY's holding up, just holding. I might roll this over. It's a little risky because I'll have to risk more collateral, but I don't think the SPY can sustain this. Problem is that Apple had really good earnings. That swings the SPY a lot. Yeah, look at that, just flatlining up there. This isn't bullish. This is very bearish. Not only is it a double, now kind of triple top, it's not breaking resistance. Also, the MACD's already even crossed over. This thing, I mean, it could be consolidating for another run to all-time highs. We just hit all-time highs today, I guess. Was that today? Yeah. I don't think so. I think we're way overstretched on that. On the daily, even, we've crossed over, you can see. So yeah, I might roll that one over a little bit more. Let's see what the history is on Etrade today. Oh yeah, I sold the UFPI, the wood play. I think I just end up breaking even on it. I wasn't really considering that that's a slow mover, so buying calls probably isn't the best unless they have an unusual breakout. I'm not saying that this is going to keep going. I just wanted to get my capital back because this was very, very slow. I honestly could have just bought the shares. But it worked out, and we bought them here for earnings, and I think we made a little bit on it. I'm not sure. But this will probably keep going. This is one of the ones that was in DFV's. This is in his long-term portfolio or swing trades. I don't know exactly what he does, but yeah, we sold those. CLOV. Yeah, I bought some debit spreads on CLOV. Potential short squeeze. Good company, I think. Also, Biden talking actually probably right now about Medicaid and different things, and that news is will affect CLOV because I think they're going to be a provider or something. I don't know, but yeah, and it's at a good price. I kind of want to just get a lot of shares, and I was like, they have options. I'll just use some leverage. But on the chart, it looks good on the daily. I mean, MACD's looking solid. We've got higher highs, higher lows. Our size a little high already, but I bought shares on here, just pretty much what I could, and we'll just see what happens with those. And then I got the debit spreads on here. So these are 12, 5, 15 credit spread. What did I buy? Put vertical. Where's that? A put vertical. Hold the 15 puts. Oh, this is a credit spread. I did an aggressive credit spread on it. I usually don't do it in the money like that. But actually, I think I used option profit calculator to figure out the best play. And I think it recommended this one. And I guess I could see why. Yeah, max loss is 60 bucks. That's the collateral I have to put up. And what's sick is then I'm going to receive this credit right away. It's $440 in credit that I can use. So that's kind of a nice way to do credit spreads instead of debit spreads, because then you have that credit to get into other plays. So that is actually, I could see that as the advantage. Really, that's interesting. I've not thought about that too much. So I've got that. That's if CLOV, what is it, above 25? I mean, it's pretty aggressive. That's kind of like short squeeze, but I didn't put a whole lot into it. 25 bucks, $15. So not too crazy. I mean, oh yeah. Oh, we're going there. CLOV's going to 20 bucks. Just kidding, I have no idea. But yeah, could go crazy. Really, if it goes crazy though, you'd want kind of naked calls. I mean, if you're gonna get a lot of velocity. But this is just a safer way to do it in case it's not a lot of velocity, it just slowly goes up. Yeah. And yeah, okay. So that's what I did on there, CLOV, Long term today. Corsair's down a little bit, Tesla's down a little bit. Beery came up. I'm trying to get out of this one. Kind of flat though on the long term. This one did well today, the TD. Affirm's up 1%. Oh, eBet's down 1%. It was up for a while. GME flat. Roblox up 1.7. Wrap's up 4. Now I'm up 9% on Wrap. He's had some big moves today. Man, it smells like smoke. I'm like allergic to smoke, so I'm very sensitive to it. It gets me a sore throat. It's weird. Anyways, here's Affirm on the daily chart. Looks nice. Looks like it's found a bottom. Oh, this. Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. Looks nice. I like it. I'll stick with it. eBet. Yeah, this one's the new IPO. So it's just kind of found this range. I don't know if it'll break out of this or not. I might hop out of this one. Yeah, don't have a lot. GME, let's look at Roblox real quick. I don't want it. Yeah, Roblox looking nice. I like it. Higher highs, higher lows. Very clean. And as far as support and resistance, here's a low, low, higher highs. So looks like we found this low and hopefully we'll be at 85.90 on the next high. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Wrap, I think they had different news catalysts coming out. That should send it. It's kind of maybe already happened somewhat, but still looks good on the hourly. And on the daily, actually. So we'll see about this one too. I was gonna make this a free share account. I don't know. I like that idea, but some of the stuff takes so long to move. I'm just bag holding it, and then I can make like 5 free shares. But a lot of good DD out there. If you guys read Super Stock, GameStop, or GME Deep Dive GME DD. And then just the DD, the GME Reddit. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. I did trade crypto today and it was hilarious. Follow me on Twitter. I'm going to show you what we did. Oh, Ape Andy. Shout out Ape Andy. Yeah, that's right. He's awesome. Yes, I took a screenshot. So on Robinhood, I knew I was getting terrible fills. I mean, they even say it, the slippage is insane, but I had a visual representation of it here because if Weeble's screwing you on slippage, at least you can see it. Robinhood, you don't know what's going on. But yeah, I bought this. I put a market order about here, not even here, about here. And then boom, you got a position way up here. So I don't think Weeble actually has a wallet, so they might be doing the same thing as Robinhood, just kind of holding it as a stock, and then once you sell it back, then they... Yeah, so I'm curious if other brokers like Binance, if there's that much slippage, because that's insane. When I bought those shares of SafeMoon, I think I had to put in 12% slippage, which that's maybe what that is. It's maybe not that much. That's maybe 5%. But I mean, that's ridiculous. There's no way I can day trade that with that much slippage. If I'm on the daily chart, like that's possible, but you're going to miss out on so much of the move. Buying it and then also selling it. What is sick about trading crypto though is no PDT rule. You can go in and out as much as you want. And then also your account, it goes straight back in. There's no settlement time because it's not actual shares, it's decentralized, it's electronic funny fiat money, whatever, but it goes straight back into your cash balance, so you can keep going in and out like that, which is awesome. And it goes all the time if you want to just be a crackhead while you do it. But with that amount of slippage, I don't know how people do it. I guess maybe they have a better platform for it. Oh, this morning, yeah, we made money on Doge today. Doge, totally forgot. I retweeted, and I didn't think about retweeting it initially, and I should have, and I apologize. I only have a few followers though, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, if I had more followers, I guess hold it in higher regard. I retweeted this. So I just happened to be up at 2:20 a.m. and I have Elon Musk. I'm following him on Twitter, and I have him I set it to notify. There's only a few people I follow, and I have it on notify just for news. The Doge Father, SNL May 8th. I said, boom, boom. Immediately jumped on Webull. First time trading Webull trading crypto on Webull. That's when so I did a market order right here, and it filled me like up here. But yeah, I got in right here. It was sick. Ran this thing all the way up. I was thinking it was going to kind of keep going, and it kind of looks like it is now. I maybe should have stayed in it, but I should have pulled out here, of course, in hindsight. But I kind of want to wait for my indicators. This was my indicator. MACD hadn't crossed over though. I don't know. Of course, now it's looking nice. Wow, it's really ripping right now. Wow, what's going on? Another tweet? Happening. Okay. Weird. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But with so much slippage, yeah, you need a huge move to be able to make money on it. I think we did like 200 bucks on it though. And getting in and out so quick is awesome. But this was a big move on it today, so that's the only way I could make it. But there's a nice bull flag now. Now it's set up. I kind of waited till around here to get out. But I don't know. It might not keep going. Him being on SNL could be crazy. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. You made it this far. Type in Doge in the chat. Doge. Doge. See you tomorrow. Hopefully GME will do its thing to the upside. Peace out.